Or to me, I told you that I was born in a children bed, golden
That
children
golden.
bed. That's true. Who was my father? My father was the only child of in the family. Well, my grandson, my grandfather, my grandmother, and they only have one son, my father. In 1944 or 1945, my father was living in the United States, in New York. Do you remember?
I do.
In Harlem. And he was a very intelligent, very smart person, and very good looking person, very good looking. Well, his intelligence, his the opportunities, I don't know, his effort, because he knows he was black, and the racism exists in Cuba at this moment.
Racism.
Racism, right. And he,
There is racism.
No, he's talking about in 1945.
before
Before the revolution.
Before the revolution. Well, he knew all the feelings of the poor people in Cuba because he was poor. He kind of studied because obtain a scholarship. No, it's not
A degree?
no.
A scholarship.
I call it una beca or something that you can study and the government pays
Yeah,
The
scholarship.
a scholarship to be mechanic. And later he started to work in this factory as a mechanic. In one opportunity they was trying to find somebody to sell beer to all the country, and he accept the challenge. He knows the English. He was good looking, and he win the tournament to set something or the application. No? And he started to be the salesman of the factory. After he was the principal of the sales person in the factory, who was living in this time in Cienfuegos, town, city, the south, in the coast, south coast of Cuba. I was born in Cienfuegos. The revolution, but he never forget his roots, never. He was a very important person, but he likes to drink or to go to the party of his old friends in any places. His friend was a poor people too, but they was their friends. I never forget his friends. All of them have a nose and feel that that the country wasn't right with the government. The revolution triumphed and get the power and start the change. And when they changed, they said that all the people are equal and all the people can study and all the people can be all that you want if you have the ability to be.
But that wasn't the case before.
And it wasn't the case. He decided to stay in Cuba. Many persons, the principal of the factory and others said, Rivaldo, you have a good job in Puerto Rico and your sons and your wife, or you have all the opportunities in Puerto Rico. He said, I stay in Cuba with my father, with my parents, with my roots. And that is the reason, because I am in Cuba. And he put me all these feelings in my mind, and we start the revolution work. I think that I am like a plane. The plane have 2 points. You, what you can say, when you, the point
Takeoff,
of takeoff and the point of
landing.
no? But in the middle of these 2 points, you have a decision. Or you continue the trip or you return in the middle. I pass the middle point. We saw the point of not return. And I passed. So you said, what do you feel in 50 years of revolution? I passed the point of no return. To me, it's more difficult to be a person against the revolution that continues being with the revolution. We are not perfect. So too many people said, because you had your pride of your country, of your people, and by example today, you are in my house. I show you the best thing of my house, not the bad things, not the words. Today I don't discuss with Christina. Today she's not angry with me. Opposite, she's happy. Oh, but we are not perfect. And Cuba is not perfect. It's not a perfect country. It's not a perfect society. But it's a real special society. Because you have to be clear. You have a dictionary?
Yes.
Because I want, let me try to find a good word to, you told me in Venceremos, such a good word, you remember?
The definition of Venceremos Brigade. Tell them.
That we shall overcome?
No,
What?
that you, in Venceremos, when I talk, you said such a good word.
Oh, but I don't remember that word from 36 years ago. So refine the word. Do you know it in Spanish?
Yes.
What is it in Spanish?
In miseria.
Misery.
Misery.
You have no misery.
Oh, but the material misery cannot change you in a spiritual misery. You cannot have any material things when your soul, your spirit
that won't change.
has to be clean. When you lost your feelings, you lose all. And in the revolution, the Cuban people don't lose his feelings. You can see that in the people, the feelings.
I have a question.
Of my life, that is a special period. Well, the fathers, the grandparents, all the people have to the tax to the mission that my grandson and my son don't lose his feelings,
Soul.
his soul. That is the more important thing to me, and that is the great
That you kept your dignity.
your dignity. That is the great how can I say in English the moraleja or mensaje.
Your morals, your principles, your ideals.
Your mensaje en inglés, ¿cómo se dice? How you can say mensaje? Or la obra.
I ran out of synonyms.
The great build of the revolution is the dignity. You can lose your dignity. You can lose all, but not your dignity. When you lose your dignity, you lose everything.
Yeah, your dignity, your honor, your respect.
Your respect. And the Cuban is a very proud of this, but he's a very look. I'm trying to explain what I feel after 50 years. You know, Recently, we have a big concert in the Revolution Square
Juanes.
with Juanes or Gatañón and all the people. Too many, it's the same people that don't have transportation, that don't have enough food, that don't have enough clothes,